Hey, it's me, Unapologetically T, and this one is called Lessons from My Father. Trigger warning on this, but it's a light one, so I'm just going to get into it. Lessons from my father aren't like the average little girl's experience. So much so, when I see a man being vulnerable and loving with his daughter, I smile from ear to ear. Like there is hope. Because lessons from my father taught me not to trust men, but I would do it anyway just to get hurt again, taken advantage of in the pursuit of love. Because lessons from my father taught me all men were dogs, like squirrels chasing a nut. But I didn't want to believe it. So green, I got cheated on repeatedly. Because I wasn't down your throat. I was just too trusting. Because the lessons from my father taught me men were sexual deviants, taking what didn't belong to them. Men lacked self-control and women were to blame. I didn't want to label all men the same, and I missed all the red flags of sexual scumbags. Because the lessons from my father taught me I would have to survive or die trying. No luxury or softness. Whatever my mom couldn't provide, I would have to go without. Because lessons from my father taught me to play chess, never checkers. That in order to win in life, I must anticipate all my opponents' moves, studying and learning my opponents, and sacrificing my players to gain insight. Protect the king at all costs, and the queen to do the heavy lifting and war moves. For a queen could be replaced, but if you lose the king, the game is over. So I value me less. Because lessons from my father taught me how not to drown. My first swimming lesson was being thrown into the ocean and told to learn how to swim, while waves crashed in as I gasped for air. Because lessons from my father taught me how to be my own man, how to show up for me, because no one else will. I never wanted to believe that and always searched for a man to show up for me like my father never did. But I never found that one that could match my strength because my father didn't allow for me to be soft and gentle. Most men tried to knock me down, intimidated by my strength, leaving me to pick up their slack because I showed up as more of a man than the lessons their fathers taught. The lessons my father taught me is responsible for why I am still here and a survivor through it all. Although I have forgiven my father, we have nothing to discuss. I barely know my father at all. Only harsh lessons that were taught. I still have faith in men, just not my father or the men who failed me. Never again. But thanks for my life, my independence, and making me tough, because those were the lessons my father taught.